Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shrady and welcome back to the channel. So today we're talking about the Ultra League, the Open Ultra League, something I usually never participate in, but this time I have a secret weapon. It's a team. I've assembled a team. That's the weapon. I got a team. I built a team. So I know a lot of people tend to go into Go Battle League with just 1 or 2 Pokemon, but today I decided to go in with a team of 3 Pokemon. And now if you're an absolute mad lad, you can manage to make 4 Pokemon happen. We've all seen that in the infamous Battle Bill tweet video that's been making the rounds.
What is this? What is going on?
But if you're just a regular mad lad, like a normie mad lad like me, you can go in with 3. It's a possibility. So today we're going to be taking a look at that secret weapon, which is a team of 3 Pokemon. I'm just kidding. It's actually Froslass. Froslass is the secret weapon. That's right. I built an Ultra League Froslass, and it took me a long time.
What is currently happening on my screen?
So I haven't been posting for a couple days. There's a couple of reasons why. Number 1, mental health. Number 2, Jeeves is not here right now. She's at the hospital because she had a lot of COVID symptoms, and so she's being treated. And so I've been up at night most nights, just kind of trying not to think about that. But it's impossible not to think about it. So yeah, so I haven't been getting a lot of sleep. So here I am filming this at 5 p.m. But hey, the people want content. I'm going to bring you content whether or not I feel like absolute garbage. Which I should, by the way. I should have COVID, but I don't have any symptoms. So I still have to quarantine. So I'm still... I mean, I don't know. I'm agoraphobic anyway. So quarantining is pretty much all I do. Anyway, let's just roll the intro. What am I talking about anymore? Roll the freaking intro. Jesus. Cheese and rice. Put it in the montage. Nice sack, bro. Professionalism. I love you all. Isn't she a beaut? Yep. 2011 model. Yeah. Restored her in 2019. Yep. Yep. Full body hull and roll bars, body kit, all the works, you know. NOS, put NOS in her. Yeah. Pretty good car. I mean, Pokemon. So so Froslass's max CP is like 23, 36, I think. That's somewhere around that area. And I could have just waited to find a hundo female Snorunt, but I did a ass load of trades with Jeeves, with female Snorunts, trying to get a hundo or a lucky one or whatever. Couldn't get that. So I got one that has 13, 15, 15. And a lot of you out there are going to be like,
you built a level 51 Pokemon and it's not even a hundo?
And I'm going to be like, are you really surprised by that? Like, have you seen the IVs on my Pokemon? How is that a surprise to you? So yeah, Froslass in the Ultra League. We're going to see it happen. Now, not only is this and when I said it was a special team, I actually was not kidding, because these are my 3 favorite PvP Pokemon in Go Battle League. And they all took me a very long time to build. Individually, I might add. I built the Jellicent first, one season. I built the Scrafty second, another season. And now I've built a Froslass this season. And it's finally time to go into the Open Ultra League, which is like uncharted territories for me. I don't know much about the Open Ultra League at all. But the good thing is, I haven't been battling much this season, and when I have been battling, I've been using things like Scolipede in the Ultra League. So my ELO is very low, so we don't have to worry too much about going up against sweaty people, right? No, wrong. Why do these people know how to sack swap? What is going on here? All right, so let's team. Let's go through the secret team. That's right. I used 3 Pokemon on this team, and that is the secret. So we got Scrafty in the lead with Counter, Power Up Punch, and Foul Play. Then we have Jellicent as our safe switch with Hex, Shadow Ball, and Buble BM. And then we got Froslass as the possible safe switch or possible closer with Powder Snow, Avalanche, and Shrady. So, yeah, listen on the land, their team. That's a team. That's a team right there. That's a team. Let's go. The gang's all here. I had the best buddy that. I don't know if you noticed that, but the video cut for a second while I went and put the best buddy ribbon on. Okay, picking up a positive lead. My backline gets destroyed by Umbreon. What are we going to see? A freaking Gardevoir come in. And guess what? When you see a Charmer switch into a Scrafty lead, you know what the chances are of this being a double charm team? At least 70%. It's at least a 70% chance that this is a double charm team when a Charmer switches into a Scrafty lead. Because normally, if you had a Charmer in the back and you had something else, you'd switch into the other thing, hoping to line the Charmer up against Scrafty later. But this guy, he got 2 Charmers, so he's just gonna switch one of them in. By the way, did you see how much damage I did to that Umbreon with those 2 avalanches? Freaking, that's crazy, man. Like, this is a 2300 CP Pokemon. Under that. It's under 2300. So, expecting the other Charmer to come out. Unfortunately, I've played against this line many times, and if they double shield, they win. So, it's almost like you have to bait with Jellicent at least once. And so, I usually bait the first time. Just kidding. If you ever run double charm against me, I always go straight Shadow Ball every single time, so you better shield. You better shield everything. Literally everything. Shield everything. I'm gonna go straight Bubble Beam. Shield it. All of them. Use all 4 shields. Alright. So, as you see there, since we're able to get to the, the second Shadow Ball, get the second shield, now we go for the next Shadow Ball. Slurpuff is pretty tanky, so it's gonna tank it, and then we're gonna come back in with the, Scrafty to catch a foul play here. You fool. You fool. You think I'm not switching to catch? You fool! You're a fool! And because of your foolishness, I will now shield this last resort and take out your stupid Charmer with the foul play. How does it feel? How does it feel to be so foolish? You fool!
What is currently happening on my screen?
Alright, my neighbor's gonna think I'm crazy, but that's fine because they are also fools. They're big fools. They are. They're really big fools. Okay, next battle. Next battle. Oh, this one says. This one says, holy shit, sheet. Play first. I was supposed to play this one first. I'm just playing them in order, okay? Literally, these are the first times I've ever used this team. Alright, so we pick up a lead against the Talonflame. This is not a good matchup for Scrafty to be in, especially when we can't switch into our save switch, because our save switch is our hard counter to Talonflame. So what I'm going to do is I am going to overfarm, go for the extra counter, which you saw there, and then I'm going to throw 2 counters, and then go for the foul play. That way they can't sneak in and incinerate. And then I'm going to throw 2 more counters, switch into the Jellicent to catch the next Flame Charge. That's how I always play a Talonflame lead with this team. Now, I might not have always had the Froslass, but I always have had this team. It's just usually Gengar in the back. So anyway, we are going for the Bubble Beam because the opponent is deciding to stay in, and their Talonflame was underpowered, so it couldn't handle it. Normally when a Talonflame is powered up all the way, it can survive the Bubble Beam, so very lucky that Talonflame was not a level 50 or not a hundo or something like that. So either way, we get a this big monster thing that, man, this is one of the reasons I never played in the Ultra League, because like when I first started playing Go Battle League in season 1, this was what you had to deal with, this and only this, and then Cresselia. So, and it hasn't changed much, apparently. So, either way, I now have 3 counters to this stupid thing on my team. So, I'm going to let that come through. And then we're going to go for the foul play there. Doesn't do that much, but it's fine. The Shadow Claws are resisted. And guess what? We survive a Dragon Claw here. So, we're going to let this come through. And we're going to leave this all up to Froslass the Masochist. You see what I'm talking about here? With these people knowing how to catch. And watch this. Watch this. They shield. They caught it and then they shielded. That couldn't have been intentional. That could not have been intentional. Couldn't have been. All right, so the opponent also doesn't even build up to the Earthquake. I guess they're like, oh, it's an Ultra League Froslass. Probably very glassy. Get it? Like ice, because ice is like glass. No, you don't frick around with Froslass, okay? You're gonna get Shadow Ball left and right. I'm not shielding these Icicle Spears. Okay, I will. I'll eventually shield them, okay? I'll eventually shield them because they come out very quickly. Ugh. Wall Raid. Got a bad taste in my mouth from this stupid walrus man. All right, so I'm gonna as you see, I'm over farming like crazy here. So I'm expecting as soon as that shield goes down, yeah. I was waiting for him to get my second shield so he could come in and snipe me. And guess what? Even at these low ELO ranges, people know how to do crap like this. How is that fair? How is it fair that I'm in the 2200 ELO range and people know how to do stuff like this where they're like, I'm gonna get the shield and then snipe? No, you shouldn't know how to. You should be a legend by now, dude. I mean, I still beat you, which doesn't say much because I'm also in the 2200 ELO range. But hey, it is what it is. This one's called FU Talonflame. I've had a lot of Talonflame leads, but I've been able to beat them all. So hey, you know what you gonna do about it? All right, so. Once again, I will show you how I play this. We're going to stay in and go for the extra counter. There it is. We get one extra counter in. We let the flame charge come through. Now, if people go straight Brave Bird here, it does make it obviously a lot harder to do. But we go for the foul play here. The reason you can throw 2 counters is because 2 counters takes 4 turns and 1 incinerate takes 5 turns, so they can't sneak an incinerate in while you're doing that. And also, when you toss the Jellicent in here to catch a second flame charge, you'll be able to sneak in a Hex, which is nice. All right, we get to see this big, fat, ugly walrus once again. By the way, this is not a counter to Jellicent. They just probably realize that Scrafty beats it, so either way. I think I actually decide to shield up the Earthquake here, because most likely they're going to be going straight for the Earthquake here, because Jellicent can take an Earthquake, no problem. Like, honestly, it's not a big deal. And I'm going to have to tank one at some point, but that's okay. We're going to go straight Shadow Ball. I'm not going to bait, because if they try to, you know, call the bait, then it's not looking good for me. All right, so I'm actually trying to sack on the Scrafty there, if you might have noticed that, but you didn't. You didn't notice that, did you? You don't even pay attention to me anymore. All right, so now we're going to be going for the Shadow Ball here. I'm just kidding, by the way. So we're going to go for the Shadow Ball. We're going to take out the Walrus, and now the Talonflame comes back in. Interesting. Interesting. So, what you got in the back there? Something weak to Ghost? Probably. I'm going to say probably. So we're actually going to come in with the Scrafty here. We sneak the counter in. We're out of foul play now. So I'm waiting for him to switch out, but he does not. And then my Game Booster shows up, which, Samsung, why is that a thing? Stop that. Please stop. So we take out the Talonflame, and the last Pokemon is a Cresselia. So we are going to go for the foul play here. This will be doing super effective damage. The opponent goes for the Grass Knot, which I will survive. So probably should have gone for the Moonblast there, but I think... yeah, I probably would have got to the foul play anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But now I have a potential sack swap if I'm able to survive long enough. But it doesn't really matter. This is fine. We're just gonna go into the Froslass here. Froslass is gonna be able to do super effective damage, and they're not running Future Sight, which is a very good for me. Very good for me that they don't have Future Sight, because that would do a lot of damage. So Shadow Ball comes through, does a lot, as you can see, and we take out the stupid freaking Cresselia and Giratina, man. Cresselia and Giratina. This is why I hate the Ultra League. Y'all are a bunch of scrubs. Says the man running a full XL team. I'm kidding, by the way. I'm kidding. Seriously, though, I used to think that. I used to think that back in, like, Season 1 because only, like, really, like, dedicated players had legendary Pokemon built, whereas me, I was like, I don't have the Stardust or the resources. I don't raid, so I don't have the candies to build legendary Pokemon. So I built stuff like Obstagoon and that kind of stuff. Nowadays, the true scrubs are people like me who have the resources to build a full XL team. and the like non-scrubs are the people who are just using legendaries. Okay, anyway, so as you can see there, the opponent did not have a response to Jellicent, which is unfortunate, very unfortunate. Their Empoleon got obliterated, so I expected that Dazzling Gleam to come through. And since I didn't know that the opponent had Powder Snow, that's why I switched right away. If I had known that it was Powder Snow, I would have stayed in. But it's always very risky to take that 1 damage of Charm. So, and now we get into this matchup, and if you've ever played in this matchup in the Great League, man, every Machamp is a master baiter. Like, every single one is a master baiter. So, I shield this up, thinking they're probably not going to bait twice. Yeah, you'd be wrong. You'd be wrong there. You'd be wrong. Because it's every Shadow Machamp. Every single one against the Froslass is like, yes, I'm going to bait. I'm always going to bait. I bait way too much all day, every day. I need someone to take my internet away from me. Okay, so our Shrady comes in and we survive long enough to get to a Power Punch here. Now, the opponent needs to get to a Dazzling Gleam to take me out. And I needed to go straight for the Foul Play. But instead, I went for the Power Punch. Don't know why I did that, but still won the game. So, does it really matter, the mistakes that I made? Is that really telling of why I'm not going to hit Legend this season? Yes. Yes, it is. Alright, so here's the 5th battle I did with this team. Literally, I'm showing you the first 5. 4 wins so far. So we pick up a lead against a Typhlosion. This is a lot better than being up against a Talonflame, I can tell you that much. Alright, so once again, we are going for the extra counter, but the opponent does not throw, so we are going to throw this Foul Play here. This is going to be doing quite a bit of damage, actually. Typhlosion does not tank a Foul Play very well. They're 1 Incinerate away from second Blast Burn. It takes them 5 to get to the second Blast Burn. So I'm just going to catch the second Blast Burn here onto the Jellicent once again, just to, you know, I just like doing that. It's just fun. It's just fun to catch Fire type moves on Jellicent. Jellicent's, you know, this is an ABB team, so I'm trying to bait out their best Ghost type counter, you know, and then Shrady can usually finish that off unless it's an Obstagoon. Obstagoon will sweep the whole team. So we get a shield, which is nice. And then I expect this to be a shot of Sneak. It's going to be doing super effective damage. And now let's see if the XL Jellicent can survive long enough to get to a second Shadow Ball. Well, there. Seems like XL Pokemon might be a bit overpowered. Maybe. Just maybe. Maybe. I mean, come on. They are. Alright, anyway, so we're going to come back in with the Shrady, and I considered farming down here, but these counters are double resisted, and this big fat centipede demon is it's a big fat centipede demon. It's impossible to counter down. It's not easy. Plus Dragon Breath is, you know, adding up, so we're going to throw the counter, or the Power Punch, and we actually get a shield with the Power Punch. That is like, okay, sure thing, bud. I actually survived the Dragon Claw, so I come in snipe with the Froslass. Not really a snipe. And then I expected the Typhlosion to come back in, but what are you going to do? Feed me some energy? Yes, it's exactly what you're going to do. So that was a mistake by the opponent, but see, these are the kind of mistakes I expect at this ELO range, but I you know, most of the time I go up against people, I feel like I'm playing, you know, past Legends, but they don't have the Legend pose. It's just like people are just getting better and better and better at every, you know, ELO range. Alright, so that's the first 5 battles. We got 2 more. And then I got another team with Froslass. So I'll show you 1 battle from that. And then I'll show you a sneak peek for the next video. Alright, picking up a positive lead here up against a... I don't know what... I don't have a funny name for it. But, so I was waiting for them to catch the Power Punch, but they didn't do that. So they're staying in. And now they switch out into a Swampert. And we are going to be catching, once again, on the Jellicent. Jellicent is just... I love to catch stuff on Jellicent. I love catching resisted moves on Jellicent. It's just like one of the most fun things to do. Alright, so we are going to bait with the Bubble Beam because Shadow Swampert, you know Shadow Swampert's going to want to win switch here, right? You know that's going to happen. So we're going to build up to 2 Bubble Beams and then bait twice. There's no way they go for the bait. They're almost dead, right? Wrong. Now you're down 1 shield and you're double debuffs. What are you gonna do about that, Swampierre? You have French. He does kind of look like a frog, but that's racist. That's racist. That's racist. Is he a frog? Is Swampert a frog? Have I been racist? Is calling Swampert Swampierre, is that racist against French people? Am I a racist? Let me know in the comments. Is Shrady a racist? Should we cancel me? I mean, I'm on board. If you guys want to cancel me, I'm on board with it. But, yeah. Anyway, let's get back to the battles here. So as you can see, they come back in with the Lapras, which is telling me that they got something in the back that doesn't want to see a Shrady, I'm guessing. We've got 2 foul plays here, so we're going to throw the second one and takes out the Lapras, and it is a Cresselia in the back. A Confusion Cresselia, nonetheless. So at this point, I think I have to bait, because these Confusions do add up rather quickly, and we're gonna have to shield up some. Oh, they go for the Moonblast. Okay, so that's very good. So that actually helps out a lot. But I'm gonna go straight for the bait here, and then I'm gonna go for the Shadow Ball, because even a Shadow Ball doesn't do that much, not as much as you want it to. Just again because of the CP difference. So there it is. That's how much it does, and then we are gonna go down. And we have to survive the counter or the confusions long enough to get to a foul play, which is a bit rough. The confusions are not. What the hell was that? What kind of lag was that? Was that lag in my favor? Should I have lost this match? Unless they're running Moonblast and Future Sight. But if they had Grass Knot, I'm pretty sure that. Look, I'll take it. It's a win, okay? I'll take it. This is a good one. This is a good one. This is a good one. And then we got the other team. All right, picking up a negative lead. This Pokemon beats my whole team, or can beat my whole team. So the opponent. All right. So if they're running Night Slash and Leaf Blade, you always want to go for the Leaf Blade unless you expect a shield, because Leaf Blade just does more damage. But hey, you can do whatever you want to do. All right. So they come out with the Charmer, which is really good for me because I'm just like, I'd rather see the Charmer now than see it, against this Crafty. So. We get a shield with the first Shadow Ball. I've noticed most people who switch a Charm or switch an Alola Ninetales into a Jellicent, they usually shield the first move just to ensure that they'll win switch, which makes sense. I am able to get to the Bubble Beam here, which definitely has to do with IVs for sure. All right, so now at this point, I'm gonna come in with the Froslass, right? So we're going to shield this up because this thing has a crap ton of energy. Could be a very heavy hitting move, and it was. It was a Dazzling Gleam, would have done a lot of damage. And now we are taking a lot of damage from the Charms, but we're going to be farming down with these resisted Powder Snows, and now we have so much energy here. And let's see what comes in. It is a Typhlosion. Well, Typhlosion, are you afraid of the Shadow Ball? The answer is yes. They're afraid of the Shadow Ball, right? And then, well, now they're going to have to taste the Shadow Ball. And it does a lot. So now we come in with the Scrafty, and the opponent comes back in with their Surfetched. And did you know that a Scrafty can threaten a Surfetched to throw a charge move? Because when these power punches get it going, same thing with Machamp, man. Scrafty actually can take down a Surfetched or a Machamp if it's buffed up enough. All right, so we did enough damage there. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to shield this Night Slash up. Even a Leaf Blade would take us out at this point, but definitely going to be going for the Night Slash, hoping for that boost, and I am just hoping to farm down, which I'm able to. They need one more Incinerate in order to get to that Blast Burn. They would have won the CMP tie, but it only took me 2 Powder Snows to get to the Avalanche, which is 4 turns, and it takes them 5 turns to get to the next Blast Burn. Look, it's math, okay? It's simple math. I used to not know it, and then I started playing Pokemon Go, and now I do know it. Thank you, King Ivy. All right, and this is the one other team. So this is Empoleon, Froslass, and Trevenant. This one I would like to run this team in the Ultra Premier Classic or whatever it's called. But Froslass obviously is level 51, so I can't do that. But I have been running a variant of this team in Ultra Premier Classic, because my Trevenant is not XL. It's just a regular boring Trevenant. So and again, we see another Shadow Machamp switch into, because like this is technically a positive matchup, but it's only because Frostlasses are so afraid of the Rock Slide that they shield. But what happens when you call the bait? Do you know? Because like I can tell you, but we can also just watch it. So yeah, call the bait, and I'm not willing to get hit by another cross chop, so we're just gonna throw this Avalanche as soon as we get it. So bye-bye, and you wasted both your shields, and now a Swampert comes out, and they're gonna be forced to throw. I believe they threw as soon as they got to the Hydro Cannon, which means they are empty on energy, which is looking good for me, because now we got both their shields, and we have a Trevenant, and there's a Venusaur in the back. We're gonna be building up some energy, and I threw the Empoleon in too soon. I was trying to catch a Sludge Bomb, but threw it in too soon. But they're going to have to throw a Frenzy Plant at me, which is fine. And now we go for the Drill Peck. And this is going to be doing enough damage that we should be able to Shadow Claw down and then just Seed Bomb the thing, you know, the guy. The guy who's definitely not a frog and might be French. So we're going to... Yeah, there it is. They saw the writing on the wall. All right, so let's get you a bonus battle. I mean, that could be the bonus battle. No, let's give you a taste. I'm gonna give you a little taste of the next video I've got coming out for you. Yeah, here's a little taste. Here's a little taste. And I use this team in both the Open Ultra League as well as in Ultra Premier Classic. Because I have no XL Pokemon on this team. All right, so we picked up, that's a pretty positive lead, honestly, but we're going to catch on the Scolipede, catch that double resisted Grass Knot. You fool! You fool! All right, so they're doing super effective damage with their Psycho Cuts, right? So, you know. All right, so I'm going to shield this up because Future Sight would probably take me out, but they go for the resisted Moonblast. Yeah, you fool! You fool! You have two resisted moves. And then they come in with a big fat Centipede Demon. And this is why like Scolipede shouldn't work, because like it runs just bug moves, but the poison jabs and the Mega Horns just add up so quickly. Like I beat an Escavalier with this thing. I posted a short video the other day, and there's evidence of Scolipede just like beating down Pokemon that take resisted damage from it. Like it's crazy, man. Scolipede is fun as hell to use. All right, so we go for the Drill Peck there, and we waterfall down. The opponent doesn't even throw a fast move. Maybe I don't know what happened there. All right, so they come back in with the Cresselia. This is telling me that they really don't want to see an Empoleon, which maybe they got a Talonflame in the back, something like that. I don't know. But either way, we got this old Empoleonos, the Gortanos in here, and we're going to be throwing some Hydro Cannons here. We get a shield. So yeah, there's definitely something in the back that doesn't want to see this Empoleon. So I think I should shield this up, but I don't because I'm an actual what? I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot is what I was trying to say. I'm an idiot. All right. So there's a oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, you know what? We'll throw a Seed Bomb and we get the shield. And I think I let this go. I want to see how much an Ice Punch does. Or if, okay, so they are running Ice Punch, which most likely means that they have Dynamic Punch as well, which is really good for me. So we're going to go for the Seed Bomb here, and then we're going to switch into the Scolipedos to try to catch the next Ice Punch. And we are successful in our endeavor. And now we'll see if this even does enough damage. Oh, they undercharge it. You actual fool. You are a fool. You hear me? All right, I'll stop saying that. But yeah, that's a bad move. Bad move. That is not a good move. So, well, maybe it was a good move because now they can farm me down with Cresselia. So, you know, maybe they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. You're not a fool. You're not a fool. You're just misled, and you're also using Cresselia, so I kind of don't like you. So they go for the Moonblast. They probably knew that they can only get to one move there, so they're just going for the, you know, maybe I try to call a Grass Knot bait type of deal, but either way, that's them, you know, gone. So, yeah, Scolipede. It's actually a lot of fun. I did like 15 battles with it or something like that, and went very positive, like overwhelmingly positive with Scolipede. So let me know in the comments if you want to see Scolipede into a video, because it's definitely doable. I got enough battles to put for, you know, a full-length 30-minute video. Holy crap, this video is 30 minutes long. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I would appreciate it if you left a like. It does really help out the performance of this video. And if you want to see more content like this and you're not subscribed, how dare you? How dare you make it to the end of my video and not be subscribed already? Click the button. Click the button. It's so easy. Just click the button. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I love you. And I miss you. And please write to me while I'm in jail for I don't know, hyper beaming Talonflames. I don't know. I don't have any jokes anymore. Like this, all of my outros and intros are just train wrecks anymore, and I feel like that's what you guys want to see. So most of the time I just let myself ramble, and then nonsense comes out, and then you hit the like button. Take it easy. Shout out to my patrons: Running Froggy, The North Star, JR91, Dracobound, Nuclear Ninjas, Ankleweights, Umidia Lara, K, Bigler Banks, Doug J. Dempsey, DJ Mimsy, Sawyer Man, Clapton Caveman, Moach, Kodiak Jenkins, Vintage Kish, Kid Kulek, Will M, Edward O'Neill, Infamous One, Daniel Timms, Ray Rafik, Insubin, Stash Shoe, Richard, Madhouse 655321, Pineapple Pidgey, Max, Arbor Andy, and JD3D and Chaotic.